You can get everything you want. Your dream body, your dream house, your dream woman, your dream family. You can become rich, powerful, and influential as long as you can become disciplined. As long as you can do the good habits and the hard work, even when you don't feel like it, you can achieve any goal you have and become the best version of yourself. Now you know exactly what you want to do in life, or at least you have some idea about it. You know what goals you want to reach. You know what you want your daily life to look like, and you know what you should be doing if you want to achieve those goals. Maybe you want to start going to the gym, start posting videos on YouTube, you want to write a book, you want to study more for your exams, or you want to quit your job to chase something bigger, something more meaningful to you. You already know kinda what you should be doing. You should wake up earlier, you should stop scrolling, you should start creating more, you should train harder, you should read more, and you should work harder on everything. However, most men never do that. Not because they don't know what to do or how to do it, but because they just can't do the work every day consistently. They want to, but they just can't. And you felt this exact thing if you've ever wanted to do a good habit every day, like meditating or reading or working out. And for the first few days, it's easy, it's fun to do, you're doing it so well, you're getting it done immediately at the start of your day. However, after a few days, you start doing less and less and less, and then you just stop. You stop thinking about it, you stop doing it because you've run out of the motivation. The motivation is completely gone now. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline is the ability to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. It's the secret behind everyone who has ever achieved any form of success. However, if you think of discipline, you probably think it's boring, it's painful, it's hard work. However, what if I told you that it doesn't need to feel like suffering and pain? Instead, discipline can feel fun and rewarding. This video will teach you exactly how to make being disciplined fun. And if you implement this advice into your life, you will become addicted to being disciplined. Now, step 1 is stop obsessing over the pain. When most guys try to become more disciplined, they can only focus on how painful and horrible it is. You think of how brutal waking up early will feel like and how much you'd rather just go back to sleep. You think of how boring studying will be and how you'd rather do anything else. You think of how painful training will be and how much your muscles will hurt afterwards. It's no wonder that you don't want to be disciplined. Your brain is literally wired to avoid pain and chase pleasure. So if all you ever do focus on when you're being disciplined is the suffering, the pain, the boredom, how hard it is, how much it hurts, how you'd rather be doing anything else, of course you'd want to spend your time doing the easy, fun stuff like scrolling, gaming, wasting time, because you associate those instant gratification things with fun, with being easy, with being pleasurable, with making you happy in the short term, and how much you enjoy it, even if it causes you to be weak, lazy, and achieve nothing in your life. However, you can change that. Step 2 is make the discipline attractive. And the way you're going to do this is you're going to rewire your brain to, instead of focusing on the pain of discipline, instead attach that discipline to pleasure. This isn't just motivational stuff, it's backed by science. Andrew Huberman, who's a neuroscientist from Stanford University and who has 18 million followers on social media, says that your brain has a reward prediction error, which is where your brain starts associating the rewards when you link them to your behavior. Basically, your brain thinks it's received either the reward or the pain of doing the work even before you've done it, even when you're getting ready to do the work. So you can choose for your brain to either have the pain of doing it by obsessing over how much it will hurt and how bad it will be, or have the reward for doing it by obsessing over how good it will be. So instead of thinking of the cost of doing something hard, instead think of the payoff for doing it, and your brain will make you want to do the work. So when you want to wake up early, Don't think of how hard it will be. Don't think of how cold it'll get once you get out of bed or how much you'll want to get back to sleep. Instead, think of the taste of the coffee you'll drink, the breakfast you'll enjoy, the peace of having everyone else asleep whilst you're getting ready to seize the day and have the best day ever. When you're about to study, don't think about how boring it will be. Instead, think of getting the top results in your exam and the pride you'll feel when you know that you got better results than everyone else, that you got the best results in the entire class. When you're going to the gym, stop thinking about how painful lifting is and how much it will hurt. Instead, think of the pump you'll get. Think of how much your muscles will grow in the next 6 months. Think of how women will react when they see how muscular you are. This one shift from thinking only of how painful being disciplined will be to instead thinking of how much pleasure you'll get from being disciplined is the cheat code that makes being disciplined addictive. Now, for example, when Jesus was up on the cross, he didn't focus on the pain or how much it hurt, which was frankly a miracle, because being crucified is one of the most painful ways to be killed. One Roman emperor said that crucifixions were so barbaric and evil that they shouldn't even be spoken of by a Roman. And even though it was so painful, Jesus didn't focus on the pain. Instead, he focused on the purpose behind why he was being crucified, on how he was saving the world by being the sacrificial lamb, by dying for our sins. So if you can focus on the reasons why you're doing something, why you're doing the hard work, it actually becomes 10 times easier to do it rather than focusing on, oh, this is so painful, oh, this hurts so much. So when you stop focusing on the pain and instead start focusing on the pleasure of being disciplined, this is where you'll become addicted to being disciplined. You'll actually look forward to waking up early. You'll feel stressed if you don't study. You crave the gym. You love it so much. It becomes the best part of your day. People around you will call you crazy because you enjoy doing the hard work. But once you become addicted to being disciplined, that's where your dream life stops being a fantasy and it starts becoming inevitable. It's not a case of if it happens, but when. Now, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video on how to become addicted to being disciplined, please like the video and subscribe to Unlimited Power for more self-improvement videos. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.